Everybody, welcome to the Vivo Ultra III shoe review. The shoe was so good, I had to get two. So, let's take a look. These are a barefoot style shoe, as you could tell by the big toe, extra big toe room in the shoe box. Now, these shoes are very similar to Crocs in a lot of ways. They're made out of the same kind of material. They have holes in them. And I think they look a little better. Crocs and these shoes are kind of goofy, but I think these ones look a little bit more crisp, more streamlined. They got sharp angles and the arch and all that. And they have a similar function to the Crocs' sport mode, casual mode kind of shoe. When I first got these shoes, I was going to Paris for first time in a while, and these were one of the shoes I brought, and I wore these the entire time. So look, when you put them on, a little pro tip: when you first get them, they got two modes. They got the casual mode, because when you first get them, you might get a blister here if you wear them, right here. This is where I got a blister because I was wearing them in sport mode too much. And they work pretty well in those situations. Now, if you look into here, get a close in on this knot here. This is how I like to tie this knot, because when they first come, these are very long, very dangly. So tie it into I think this is called a monkey's fist knot, or you can tie it in any knot you want, just to get it to fit in front of here so it stays in place. And these are my all-time favorite shoe that I've had ever doing barefoot. They are almost perfect for one small detail. I really like them because they're no maintenance. You don't need socks. They're waterproof, very comfortable, very flexible. You can get the dorsiflexion of the toes. You can arch your feet in them all the way. But the problem you're going to see is, look at the width of a healthy foot versus the width of here. You see something not poking out? Get over top here. Get right over top of the foot here. You'll see that the big toe is covered, but the pinky toes are not given the same justice. Unfortunate. Almost perfect. So close. So very close. The big toe is the most important toe. And it is given plenty of it's the most important toe for performance in athletics and in life, because it controls a lot of the leg power, leg control, and it gives enough space for the big toe. A little bit tight because it still crushes in a little bit, which crushes in. You're only going to get the pinky toe crushed, which is better than conventional shoes that crush the entire foot and all the toes. These shoes only crush one toe. And most barefoot shoes crush at least one toe because they're not made for the five-finger shoes, and the five-finger Vibrams are the only shoes that I have that don't crush any toes. But these ones are still my favorite, and I'll show you why in the performance section. All right, the infamous slackline test. This will show you how well they compare to bare feet. With bare feet, I can walk all the way there and all the way back fairly easily. And these ones I have a lot of experience with. Sorry for the silence, I need to focus. But see, I can make it all the way across. This does the best out of any shoe that I have. That's why I love them so much. Let's see if I can make it back. Almost, but I would chalk it up to the nerves of the recording of this video. And the reason I'd say that these are so good is they have such a good ground feel. I can feel this pine cone I stepped on and a stick. I can feel the crevices of the earth. I can activate all the feet. They're great. Now on to the make.
Oh, wait. Where'd it go?
Right here, ninjutsu style. Okay, so these have a fairly great build. They are holding up fairly well. I've had them in the ocean. I've worn them on streets. I've worn them in grass. And the small tread they have is still holding up. You can see in the you can see the pattern where they're worn down, but they're still holding up strong. And these are the kind of shoe that get better with age. The more you groove into them, to dig your imprint on them, they will form to your body. They wear away where they're not needed, and they stay where they are. So they're very good. And the shoes are made out of a rubber, so they will make your feet sweat somewhat. Your feet will sweat, but it's not the stinky kind of sweat. I don't know why it doesn't stink, but it doesn't stink, but they will be wet. Kind of like clammy hands for some reason. And the Vivobarefoot company does have Mother Nature in mind. On their website, they will say they are into regenerative practices, which is, in my opinion, the best thing for Mother Nature. So, in short, the Ultra 3s are my favorite shoes. Nearly perfect. Only if they had enough room for these toes, and maybe a little bit more in the big toe, but they just need slightly more room because this toe does get crushed. Almost fits, but still the best shoe I've ever had, and that says a lot. So the quality, they're holding up well. Don't forget, put them in casual mode, sport mode, until your heel gets adjusted if you're going sockless, for just ease. When I got them, I got a blister, and then a little pro tip from the pro who knows. They don't track smell. They make your feet sweat because of the plastic material, but they don't smell like plastic. They are easy to clean because they're waterproof. You can wear them in a river, whatever. There's nothing really to get wet or track water in. They're very breathable for hot climates, and overall 9.5 out of 10. Just missing a little bit of toe room, and that's it. So thank you for watching my shoe review, and I will catch you in the next one. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and bye-bye.